The sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Hey, doggy, what's going on, man?
The sports page is brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont, your truck headquarters for 50 years. Right now, you can score big. 3.9% APR for 60 months on a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado. How good is that? Check them out. DonMealyChevy.com if you want to shop online, or just go out there and drive away in a brand new Chevy Silverado. Lech, I'm going to do something today. I'm going to start with something near and dear to your heart.
He's going to talk hockey.
I know
hockey.
It's the number one sporting event on your sports agenda this weekend. The Tampa Bay Lightning hosting their first outdoor hockey game in front of about 60,000 fans at Raymond James Stadium. It'll be Sunday against the Boston Bruins. This is going to be so cool, literally and figuratively. Obviously, the weather is going to cooperate because it's supposed to be, in the 20s.
The irony of that, with all the concern leading up, you guys are going to do a game in Tampa, where it could be, and it ends up not, right?
Yeah, but I guess they've built this 34-foot high, 125-foot wide, 240-foot long, steel-framed, air-conditioned tent that they put over the ice, and it protects the ice until just before the game. Then they remove it. Yeah. But because it's going to be so cold, the ice should be in great condition.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to watch that.
6:30 Sunday evening.
Okay, so perfect. We do our Magic Watch Party from 4 to 6 at Flanagan's in Winter Springs, and then you'll get home just in time for some hockey.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Not a bad way to end a chilly weekend.
You're not kidding. Might have chili at home.
Yeah, by the way, at that Magic Watch Party, they're playing the Spurs in San Antonio. We will have Earth Day birthday tickets to give away if you want to swing by Flanagan's in Winter Springs.
This Sunday, 4 o'clock. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Speaking of the Magic, they host the Toronto Raptors tonight. Hopefully they can keep winning after beating the hated Heat on Wednesday night. They need to. By the way, I don't think we've talked about this on this show, but we've talked about it on our show. There are all sorts of reports and rumblings out there that there's a gap that has supposedly opened between Orlando Magic star Paolo Banchero and head coach Jamal Mosley. According to a recent report from ESPN's Tim McMahon, Paolo Banchero and Jamal Mosley are reportedly not seeing eye to eye. I don't know if I buy it or not, but
you mentioned that yesterday. You touched on it just a bit, so you don't think so?
Yeah, well, both parties at least addressed it after the game on Wednesday night against the Heat, and they essentially say, no, there's no rift between us. We're just both competitive, and when we're losing, sometimes when you're losing, players snap at coaches and coaches snap at players. So
you know what
they're saying.
You know what it could be, you guys? I mean, the Magic, as far as the team cohesion goes, are notoriously tight. And when there's even a slight deviation from that, it could be perceived as something much more.
Yeah. And we've talked to Dante Marchitelli, who's on the Magic broadcast team. He's in the huddle. Yeah. He's the sideline reporter for the telecasts, and he said he hasn't seen anything. And even though he works for the Magic, I think Dante would have at least hinted to us if there was an issue. Not saying he would have come right out and said it, but I think he would have at least hinted about it. So we shall see. College football, new UF coach John Summerall making news. Did you see this story? He gave his new team players. He gave them shorts, shirts, and other gear without any Gator logo on it. The idea is they have to earn the logo. Lynch, you love that old school style.
Cool. Old school.
Yeah, do some gassers.
Get some gassers going, yeah.
Yeah, so
gassers, you get to maybe the little logo on the bottom of the shorts, and then
work your way up.
You work your way up, and finally you get the helmets, decals.
Hey, I heard UCF got some good players, or a good amount of players in the portal, like 30-something players.
Yeah, Scott Frost had a press conference yesterday. They got 31 players out of the portal, including that quarterback they got from James Madison. So yeah, I think Alonzo Barnett's the quarterback's name. I think UCF is going to be well, they need to be significantly better, but I think they will be significantly better this year. They're still, they still don't have the NIL money of like a Texas Tech in schools like that. But I think Scott Frost in his second year will have the Knights significantly improved, especially if their quarterback stays healthy. One of UCF's problems over the last few years, they haven't been able to keep a quarterback healthy. I think Dylan Gabriel was his first year was the last time a quarterback stayed healthy for UCF.
Point.
Yeah, and we got a national championship.
Yeah.
I know. Everybody's rolling their eyes. I was kidding. Just settle down. UCF alum who donates here.
Yeah, big check writer there.
We donate. Olympic gold medal sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson doesn't just run fast. I guess she drives too fast, too.
Yeah.
All right, she was arrested and charged with speeding right here in Orange County. I think she lives out near Claremont.
Yeah, super speeder law got her. She was on the 429 doing north of 100 near Stony Brook Parkway.
I didn't know she lives here. I've always thought she was hot. The mugshot doesn't look like it, but
104 miles per hour. I don't know what kind of car she was driving, but 104 miles per hour on the 429. Stony Brook. I used to live out in Stony Brook West.
I remember that.
Stony.
By the way, the Bill Belichick controversy about him not getting in on the first ballot of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. One voter actually came out yesterday. Vahi Gregorian of the Kansas City Star. He revealed himself. He said, I didn't vote for Belichick, but it had nothing to do with, the Spygate or Belichick being a cheater. He said, we're only allowed to vote. There's 5 candidates. We're only allowed to vote for 3. And he said he voted for the 3 senior candidates, Ken Anderson, Roger Craig, and L.C. Greenwood, because they might not get in otherwise.
Okay, well, there's a thought process at least exposed and talked about.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you got so lathered up about and excited about the outdoor game on Sunday evening at Raymond James. You forgot to mention that the Lightning won 4-1 last night, home against Winnipeg. Dog, they're top of their division there.
So that's 16 of their last 18.
They have
won.
been
I think
really
there's 16 1-1, I think, in the last 18 games.
Oh, hey, one other note. NASCAR is going to kind of have to be prepared to pivot this weekend. They've already scrapped their Saturday activities for the Clash weekend there at Bowman Gray up in Winston-Salem because of that bomb cyclone / nor'easter that's wrapping up and probably going to douse the Carolinas with much more snow this weekend.
So they scrapped it.
No. Saturday's events have been pushed to Sunday, and they hope to try to do the race Sunday evening, the Clash, as planned. But again, that's all tentative and depending on the weather.
I told you, slap on the chains.
The 500 is 2 weeks from this Sunday, right? The Sunday after the Super Bowl.
I believe so.
Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't have the calendar right in front of me.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it wouldn't be next Sunday because next Sunday's the Super Bowl, and they're certainly not going to go ahead against that.
He is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi. You can catch him weekday afternoons, 3 o'clock, with his co-host Brandon Kravitz for Game On FM 96.9 The Game.
By the way, happy birthday to the great Phil Collins. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, oh.
What song?
JRR, Orlando's rock station.